Now let me close Microsoft Word by clicking the X at the top right hand corner, or by going to File and selecting Exit, or I could also do it by using the keyboard by doing Control W, which will close only the document that you have in front of you, but it will not exit Microsoft Word. I can also do Control F4, which again will close the document but not the program, or I could do Alternate F4, which closes the program. So I'm going to do Alternate F4. Now I'm going to start Microsoft Word by going to the Start button and then typing Microsoft, and as I type Microsoft Word, I notice that up here I see the different programs start with Microsoft. I'm going to pick Microsoft Word 2010, and once Microsoft Word opens, I can go to File, and from here I can look at the recent documents that I've worked on, and I can pick this one. Let me put the zoom back at 100. So far, what we've done with this document is that we typed some text, we added some pictures, and then we went back and made the text and the pictures look pretty, which is called formatting the document. What we'd like to do right now is to edit the document. Now you edit when you actually change the text that you have inside your document. You move things around, you delete words, you replace words, etc. First thing to do is to scroll down the document so that we see the text under the pictures. What I would like to do now is to add the word very right here before early. Now anytime that you need to insert text into your document, Microsoft Word is already in what is called insert mode. So if I click right here before the letter E, notice that the I bar is positioned right before the letter E, and I click. What I've done is I position my insertion point now before the word early. So now if I type in the word very, notice that the text automatically moves to the right and makes room for my words that I would like to insert in there. The very same way that I was able to add text, I can remove text. If I needed to remove the word very, I can do it in many different ways. One way would be to use the backspace and do it word by word, character by character. Okay, and I'm going to type it again, very. Okay, now what I did was I placed the cursor at the end of the word and I did backspace. I can also put the cursor before the letter V and use delete. Okay, I'm going to type it again. Another way is to double click inside the word and press delete or backspace. Okay, I'm going to type it again. Another way is to have the cursor to the right of the word that you want to delete, and if you hold the control key down and do backspace, that removes that word also. So I'm going to put it back again. I'm going to use undo. Okay. I can also position the cursor before the letter V, and instead of deleting character by character, I could delete the whole word by going control delete. Okay, and then we put it back again. So now let me get rid of it by double clicking inside and pressing delete. Let's say you looked at the document and you realized that the second bullet in here should be before the first bullet. Now one thing we can do is to select this paragraph right here. Now remember, a paragraph is anything separated by an enter, and in here this symbol represents the enter key. So I need to select this paragraph. Now one way to select a paragraph is to point anywhere inside the paragraph and triple click. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay, and that selects the paragraph. Now if I needed to select this paragraph right here, again same thing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm going to take this paragraph again, 1, 2, 3. The next thing is to move this over to here. Now if I click, once this area is selected, if I click and hold the mouse button down, notice that now I see this little box attached to the pointing arrow. Wherever the line over here, there's also a horizontal, a vertical line. Wherever it goes, that's where the text will be dropped. So I'm gonna go and position my vertical line right before the word pan, and I'm gonna let go, and this is called drag and drop. The next thing that we're going to do is to change something called the document properties. Now every time you create a document, you don't realize it, but there's a whole bunch of information that is being stored along with the text and the pictures that you are adding into your document. These are called document properties. For instance, it tells you who created the document, when it was created, when it was last modified, etc. Now to do that, we're gonna go to the backstage, which is the file button in the ribbon. Then you click info. If you don't see if something else is selected, click info. Now notice that right here I already have some information on this document. It tells me the size, how many pages, and so on, when it was last modified, when it was created, who the author is, and so on. I would like you to point at the title here where it says properties and click, and then click show document panel. Click at the subject and put the class code in there. So I'm going to put something like EDIT 601, and then in the keywords put Cocker Spaniel. Now go ahead and close the document properties, and we just changed the properties for this document. Once again, every 10 minutes or so you should be saving your work. So now I'm gonna save my work. I could go back to file and then click save. That's one way. Or if your hands are already on the keyboard, you could do Control S. We are now done with this flyer. So what most likely you will need to do once you complete a project is to print it. Now we could go to file and then select print, and the print screen comes up. It gives you a preview of your work, and it would then allow you to print by pressing the print button right here. Make sure that you have the correct printer, okay, and once you're ready you press print. You can also get to the print screen from the regular screen by doing Control P, and that brings up the print screen.